Today, we're revving up to 88 miles per hour as we take a deep dive into one of the most legendary movie cars of all time, the DeLorean Time Machine from Back to the Future. Whether it was speeding through Hill Valley, hovering in the future, or getting stuck in the Old West, this iconic movie car has a story like no other. So buckle up as we bring you 10 mind-blowing facts about Doc Brown's incredible time-traveling DeLorean. Fact number 1. To kick us off, Back to the Future didn't just use one DeLorean during production. 3 separate 1981 DeLoreans were used for different types of shots. There was the A car, the hero car used for close-up shots. The B car was a stunt car built for high-speed chases. And finally, the C car was a cutaway version used for filming interior driving scenes. Each was customized depending on the type of scene. The flux capacitor, the heart of the time machine,
Come here. I'll show you how it works.
wasn't just a random sci-fi prop. It had to visibly pulse with energy on screen. It was built using real-world, vintage electronics. Obviously, CGI wasn't readily available in 1985, so the production team installed 3 rare Tor laboratory vacuum relays, which emitted a real electrical glow when powered. These relays can sell for over $350 a piece today. The team then added reflective surfaces and hidden lights inside the DeLorean's interior to enhance the effect, making it appear as if it was truly surging with time travel energy. That iconic time travel sound effect wasn't from a single recording. It was made up of over 100 different sounds. The sound team put jet engine whines, electrical surges, and even sci-fi effects to create the whirring, pulsing, and crackling energy that makes time travel look and sound so awesome. Believe it or not, the real DeLorean was considered a sports car, but in actuality, wasn't even fast enough to reach 88 miles per hour in a short distance, especially at the Twin Pine Mall parking lot. The stock 2.8-liter V6 engine only produced 130 horsepower, meaning its actual acceleration was sluggish compared to most cars of the time. In reality, a DeLorean took over 10 seconds just to reach 60 miles per hour, let alone 88. And the movie's prop version, loaded with hundreds of pounds of time travel tech, was even heavier and slower. Doc may have mastered time travel, but he sure didn't choose the fastest ride for it. Here's a little movie magic for you. The DeLorean speedometer wasn't originally built to show 88 miles per hour. In the early 1980s, US regulations capped speedometers at just 85 miles per hour, meaning the stock DeLorean couldn't even display the legendary time travel speed. To fix this, the filmmakers custom-built a new speedometer faceplate, extending it to 95 miles per hour, just enough for Marty to break through the space-time continuum in style. Without this modification, audiences would have never seen the moment where past, present, and future collide. In the earliest drafts of Back to the Future, the time machine wasn't a car at all. It was a stationary device built into a refrigerator powered by a nuclear explosion. One major reason for changing the design was safety concerns. Steven Spielberg feared kids might try to climb into refrigerators, mimicking Marty's time-traveling escape. Director Robert Zemeckis and writer Bob Gale decided the time machine should be mobile, allowing for more dynamic storytelling and chase scenes. They needed a car that looked futuristic and had an instantly recognizable silhouette. The DeLorean DMC-12, with its stainless steel body and out-of-this-world gull-wing doors, was the perfect choice. How did they turn a car into a time machine? All the wires, tubes, and circuits on the DeLorean were actually random industrial electronics pulled from an LA surplus shop. The production team raided Apex Surplus, a warehouse full of scrap electronics, to piece together the perfect look for a high-tech time machine. Ever wonder how they made the DeLorean ice up after a time jump? It wasn't CGI. This effect was done practically using wax and Fuller's earth, a type of clay that made the car look frozen. To add realism, they used liquid CO2 and dry ice for that icy vapor effect, making the DeLorean look like it just broke the time barrier. Some scenes even used reflective paint and strategic lighting to enhance the frost, creating one of the coolest effects in movie history. At the end of Back to the Future, and again in Part 2, the DeLorean's hover conversion was achieved entirely with practical effects. No CGI was used. The filmmakers used a combination of hydraulic rigs, suspension cables, and remote-controlled models to create the illusion that the car was floating above the ground. For wide shots of the DeLorean zipping through Hill Valley's 2015 skyline, the filmmakers built highly detailed 1:5 scale models. We see the DeLorean's wheels flip horizontally when it enters hover mode. To achieve this effect practically, some wheels were physically motorized and could flip on command. Others used hidden rods and hydraulic mechanisms to rotate at just the right moment. A cool fact, the iconic shot where the DeLorean lifts off from the street at the end of Back to the Future, that was filmed in reverse. The DeLorean was actually lowered onto the street using hydraulics, then the footage was played backward to make it look like it was taking off smoothly. The B-car DeLorean, used for stunts and fast driving scenes, was destroyed in Back to the Future Part 3. It was completely demolished in the train crash. Instead of using miniatures or CGI, the filmmakers actually destroyed the full-size vehicle for authenticity. To make sure the train hit the DeLorean perfectly, the crew tied the car's tires to the tracks, preventing it from rolling out of position at the last second. There was only one chance to get the shot right, and it worked flawlessly. The destruction of the DeLorean wasn't just about spectacle. It was a deliberate choice by Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale to permanently end time travel in the series. They wanted to prevent future filmmakers from reviving the story with another time machine. The DeLorean Time Machine is more than just a car. It's a legend. Whether it's Back to the Future trivia or real-world automotive history, this vehicle has left an enduring legacy. What's your favorite Back to the Future moment? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more movie car madness. Until next time, keep the flux capacitor fluxing.